What's good, YouTube? Andre here with the DM Network, y'all, and I'm gonna talk about Madden today. Yes, Madden. Yeah, I know, right? So for my Dragon Ball followers, y'all, I got a Dragon Ball video coming out later today, but I got some stuff for my Madden followers. So if you haven't, y'all, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss a single upload. You can follow me on these outlets: PlayStation ID DM Gaming 5, Twitter at DM Gaming 5, Twitch at DM Gaming 06, and on Instagram at the underscore DM underscore network. Now on with the video, y'all. So Madden has announced the new things that are coming to Madden. I particularly want to talk about Face of the franchise. So a new single-player career campaign where you create your own quarterback and experience the journey of an NFL superstar, starting with the college football playoff all the way through to the league. And I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I like it. What I don't like is that you cannot. Okay, so you can do it as a quarterback. It's called QB1. You can't do it at the other positions. Somebody was like, well, maybe they'll release it later on. No, they won't. They said it even in their write-up in the blog, which goes more in depth, that if you play as the other positions, you can still do it. But guess what? There's no college football playoff. There's no draft. There's no combine. Basically, it's just like regular franchise mode with the single player at that point. This has been labeled long shot with create a character. That's what I labeled it. It's long shot with create a character, which isn't, in my opinion, all too bad, just being honest with you, because in long shot, you played as Devin Wade as a quarterback, and I wished in long shot that I could have created a player. Not only can I create a player, but now I get to play the college football playoff, 2 games. Still, it's the playoff. At least it's in the game, as well as go through the combine, which I don't know how in-depth that's going to be. My expectations are very low right now. My expectations for the draft, the whole combine stuff, is pretty low. I think they're probably going to do a copy and paste of what we played in long shot with Devin at the combine. I hope not, but that's what I'm thinking. As well as, that. So, on the surface, it sounds good. This would have been really, really good if you could do this with every player at every position. But instead, it's just for the quarterback. Now, I told y'all I was going to tell y'all why they're doing this as just the quarterbacks. It's called marketing. Everything that they do in this game is for marketing purposes only. Even Rex said they didn't fix the game. They didn't want to go with his gameplay fix because it wasn't marketable. They're all about the money, not about the player. Just like last year, they gave us a new halftime show, and what happened with that halftime show? It was lackluster at best. Do not advertise a new halftime show and give us something that's lackluster. That's exactly what they did, and they're probably doing it with this as well. Doesn't mean it's not going to be interesting for that first part, playing the college football playoff, going through the combine, getting drafted. That part is going to be pretty cool. Now, how that fleshes out over your career as far as the gameplay and stuff, different things that they have there, that's yet to be revealed. So I don't know yet. They do have live streams scheduled from the 2nd of May through the end of May. So be sure to tune into those. I'm going to do a video on that later on. But if you ask me, Andre, are you interested in this? Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I am. But I need to see more. I need to see more before I commit myself to that. Because if, and that's a big if I get Madden 20, this would probably be the only thing I'm getting it for. Franchise mode, it depends on the improvements. They could go all out this year. I doubt it. I don't know. We'll find out on May 2nd. On May 2nd, they're going to talk about franchise mode. So we'll find out there. But going ahead, you have the this stuff, the combine stuff. So this is the layout, okay? You create your quarterback. You choose your college. Now, you can choose up to 10 colleges. USC, Texas, Texas Tech, Oregon, Miami, LSU, Florida State, Oklahoma, Florida, and Clemson. You may ask yourself, why don't we have all the teams in there? Well, because of the college football licensing issue, EA has to get a license from each individual school. Well, they got the college football playoff in there. Yes, that is a separate license. That is so IMG or ING. They're the licensing company. They represent the bulk of the schools, but a lot that they represent the bulk of the schools as well as the bowls, the Heisman Trophy, all the trophies and things like that. EA Sports could have a college football game if they wanted one. The issue is not all the schools are on board. And EA, if they're going to do a college football game, they want it to be as authentic as possible. Yeah, I know people are going to bash about the authentic thing. What I mean by authentic, not in the sense of gameplay, but in the sense of what you see on TV as far as the teams, they want that. So if they can't get the teams in the Big Ten to be in the game, they're not going to make the game. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about authenticity. All 3 million schools represented, because it's a lot of, it's like 200, over 200 almost. But that's why you don't see a college football game, because all the schools aren't on board. They don't need the NCAA to make a football game. EA's done it before. Bill Walsh, I think he had Bill Walsh's college football. So they can make a college football game. They don't have to have an NCAA license. The thing that fell apart with that is they lost the NCAA license, but a lot of schools backed off as well, primarily in the Big East and the Big Ten. See, so this right here to me is an outline saying now they got more schools on board, because remember at the first time it was just Texas and Oregon. Now they have more schools on board with this. Not only that, but they have the college football playoff on board with it as well. So this tells me that people are coming forward to work with EA. So we could very well see an NCAA game in the future. Are we going to see it this year? No. NCAA normally drops in July. They would have to already announce it. If they did, it would be a major, major surprise. You get what I'm saying? And then you go from the college football playoff to impress the scouts at the combine. From what I've heard, there's going to be questions and things like that. Then after that, all of that determines where you fall in the draft. And then you play in the NFL, prove you belong, make the Pro Bowl, leave your legacy. So what's interesting about that is that when you look at the game, you look at the first part of that, it is very interesting. I'm not going to lie. It is. It's very interesting. How will that flesh out? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, don't get your hopes up on this. It looks cool. It's going to be cool having these colleges in the game. But as far as what they're going to be able to do and what we're going to be able to do, I'm not sure. I don't know how in-depth it's going to be. But yet and still, on the surface, it looks pretty interesting. Okay? So, once again, to reiterate these schools that are represented here, you have Florida, Oregon, Texas, Oklahoma, LSU, USC, Texas Tech, Clemson, Florida State, Miami. Like I said, very interesting. That part is cool. That interests me. This reminds me so much of NCAA, where you start out in high school. But a lot of people are knocking EA because they're basically copying NBA 2K's career mode model. The only difference is in NBA 2K, you can play any position on the court. In this, guess what? You only can play one position. You see, that's the big difference right there. That's the big draw and takeaway. But like I said, more schools are on board. So if this is successful, then we could very well see what I told y'all maybe 2 years ago, eventually just a college football game in Madden in a sense. But I don't know, man. It's crazy because, like I said, I get excited about it. But at the same time, I know what EA is doing. I know what they're capable of and stuff like that. So you may ask yourself, going back to that first one, what is the point of QB? Why the quarterback? Why not other positions? Marketing. What about marketing? If you turn on Netflix right now, you're going to see a show called QB1. The talk of the NFL this year was the quarterbacks. The talk of this year is what? The quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are marketable. Tom Brady just won another ring. Kyler Murray, big time college collegiate quarterback, first round draft pick. This is playing directly into EA Sports' hands, and this is why they're running with the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes, cover athlete. Hey, it's marketing, y'all. The quarterback is the most popular position on the field. Look at last year. What was the major talk of the NFL last year? The quarterbacks. You had Baker Mayfield, you had Pat Mahomes, Tom Brady, all these guys lighting it up. You see what I'm saying? Look at this year. Damian Haskins, Kyler Murray, guys like that. And like I said, you have the Elite 11 on the NFL Network that they show every year. You have QB1 show out, and it's just quarterback is marketable. That's why they're going with the quarterback. Now, this is a career mode, so I don't see them transitioning this to MUT, but I would not be surprised if they had a thing in here where your created quarterback can be transferred into a Madden Ultimate Team card. Because I don't know. But that's very interesting, man. And so here, they have the little thing for the Pro Bowl, and this is just some screenshots that's going through while I'm talking. So the Pro Bowl will be back in Madden. Now, will it be in franchise mode? I believe that it will. The reason why is because when you see the screenshot of this, that's not a quarterback. So we know this isn't in QB1. That's Alvin Kamara. He's a running back, and that's a defender. So we know this isn't in QB1. You know what I'm saying? This, unless he handed the ball off and they took a screenshot. But I really think that they're going to actually put the Pro Bowl back in Madden, which a lot of people knocking Clint Oldenburg said that it wasn't possible. That's not what he said. What he said is right now, it's not possible. Because where they were at with the technology, the Frostbite engine, and the time frame, it wasn't possible. Now they've made it possible. And there's a lot of other things that are coming, but in today I really wanted to talk about QB1 because that's the thing right now that's interesting me. There are some new gameplay additions that do seem pretty interesting on the surface. I'll talk about those in a later video because they are interesting. Now, you may hear me talk about this and say you're going to buy this game. I don't know, man. If I get this game, I'm either probably going to wait till it's on sale or I'm going to buy it pre-owned. If I buy it pre-owned, EA not getting the money for that. I'm going to tell you what's going to determine if I buy this game or not is going to be franchise mode. A lot of people saying, man, I'm done buying Madden. Madden is trash. I had Madden 19. Y'all, I hadn't played Madden 19 since sometime last year. It's been a while. I barely played it. It's on my PlayStation now. I don't even play it. I don't play it. It's not interesting. There's nothing there to captivate me. And I'm afraid with the QB1 thing, it's going to be fun at first, but there's no there has to be replayability. That's the whole thing. If franchise mode or career mode doesn't have replayability, there is no point in buying this game. Franchise mode last year did have no replayability. There was nothing immersive to keep you playing multiple seasons. You see what I'm saying? So how will this QB1 thing work out? Where's the replayability in that? So that's what I'm saying. What are they going to put throughout the season that's going to make it nice? Are there going to be off-season things to talk about? How long would this story last? Because a lot of games that have a career mode like this, they stick with you for the first season. And then after that, it's just your regular franchise mode type thing. You get what I'm saying? So will they flesh that out throughout your entire career? Or after you make the Pro Bowl, is that going to be it? Are they showing us literal milestones? Playing in the NFL, that's a milestone. When you make it to the Pro Bowl, that's a milestone. And then the Super Bowl, that's a milestone. Other than that, it's just probably regular run-of-the-mill gaming. I don't know. Needless to say, this did capture my attention only because of the college. And mostly because seeing this many schools sign on and the college football playoff endorsement or signing on with them lets me know that we are right around the corner from them bringing back college football. And if EA Sports brought back college football, guess what? I would get it. I would buy it because I love playing college football. I love it. But let me know what y'all think down in the comment section down below, y'all. Till next time, thanks for watching and peace out.